you. Happy hump day to you too.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, and thank you for tuning in to Morningwood.
The early morning news show that's hard on the news.
I'm Mary Ellen Wood.
And I'm Robert Nelson.
And get ready, because we are going to come at you with all things politics. You know, with the midterm elections coming up, doesn't really matter because we're millennials and we don't vote, but we're still doing politics this week.
Yes. First, let's start off with the tip that we received from the Democratic National Party. Apparently, Hillary Clinton will be a forerunner in the next presidential campaign.
You're hearing it here first, ladies and gents.
And you know, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we can't confirm or deny whether or not she's running. It is 2 years away after all, which, interestingly enough, translates to about 14 dog years.
Wow, Robert. You know, with how long it takes to change policy nowadays, 2 years is like a week's worth of meetings on Capitol Hill.
You know, Mary Ellen, that's just the unfortunate truth. But we just want to get out there and say that everyone here at Morningwood is fully behind Hillary Clinton.
I mean, me especially. Like, I cannot express how excited I am that a white privileged person is finally going to be back in the Oval Office.
Yeah, and you know, we're not the only ones who are excited about this. Republicans everywhere are actually ecstatic about the idea of getting a woman into the White House. After all, they could pay her 20% less. It's all about them dollar bills, y'all.
Cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't want to put a load on Hillary Clinton, but there's still time for her to pull out.
In other news, President Barack Obama does not have Ebola.
Dang.
But other people do. And the president's administration has actually not gone balls deep on any sort of regulations regarding how we should quarantine people who are returning from West Africa.
Well, many people believe that if anybody has come in contact with Ebola in West Africa, they should be quarantined, while others inside the administration, they disagree.
Recently, we have seen the example of the nurse from Maine named Casey Hickox.
I'm sorry, you said Cox.
We can't help it, it's funny. But Casey Hickox actually returned from Sierra Leone and was immediately put into quarantine, despite actually showing no signs of having the virus. The president and his administration were outraged, quoting that these people are heroes, and putting them into a quarantine for 2 to 3 days is actually inhumane.
So the White House set her free, while the Pentagon sent her ASS back into quarantine. Phew!
Thank God. We got you, Obama. You are not going to give us Ebola. Nuh-uh.
No.
Not now,
Not today.
ever. We know that you made this disease to promote Obamacare, and we know it was also to kill the Christians in
Ebola.
West Africa. We got you.
We're on to you. And so we're gonna have to wrap it up. Let's get one. Okay.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Well, we don't have any sponsors.
Please sponsor us. Now, for the climax of our show, we're gonna head into our But Why section.
Older generations are always telling us millennials why to vote. But why?
People are always telling me, step up, register to vote, and make your voice heard. But why? I legitimately have no idea about politics. I am so ill-informed, there is no reason why I should register to vote.
My mom's telling me to vote for the midterm elections. But why? What are midterm elections?
Nowadays, we need to register to vote. But why? That's a lot of work, and I have 2 different addresses. So we'd like to thank all of you guys for waking up.
Like, in general.
It's not easy, and the fact that you woke up and tuned into this is pretty bewildering.
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, happy hump day, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Yeah.